So here we are, it's 2018, the new year. It's Wednesday about 8:30, and shorted TRVN for 6,000 shares at 215 here a few minutes ago. So here we are, 6,000 at 215. We're up about 440 right now, but I'm probably going to hold this through the rest of the day and into tomorrow because I think this stock is probably going to settle around 170, which is what I really want. Because yesterday it had this run up. This is just insider buying, and based on this news that was going to be released at 4 p.m. right in the aftermarket. So yesterday in the aftermarket, they released news that the FDA accepted a review for a new drug. And they didn't accept the drug, they just accepted the fact that they'll review it. So they requested a review of a new drug application. The FDA said, okay, we'll review it. That's not FDA acceptance, and also it's not going to be have a decision until the end of 2018. So this thing flew, almost nearly 100% on something that doesn't really matter. It won't matter for years, and it's really just another painkiller, which we already have enough of those. Plus with the opioid, it's supposed to be like an opioid replacement that's a little safer for people, and I hope they succeed with that, but that's not going to be for years. So just this 100% in a couple hours isn't reasonable. So I shorted it based on that. And then also, if we look at their filings, we can see they have 18 million in cash, about 16 million in total liabilities. So they have about 2 million free cash that they can work with, and they lost 15 million on top of that. So they're hurting for money. This is weak news in my opinion. Technically, it's quite overextended. And then this morning when it double topped at that 230 range and then cracked here, that really made me start looking at it. And then once it cracked here below this morning's support, to me that's a broken chart, and so I shorted right in here. And if we zoom out to the past 6 months, it looks like 250 has a lot of resistance if it was to get there. So it didn't quite get there and fill the gap, and now it's kind of pulling back. So yeah, I'd really like to see this come back down to 175, 170. If I really waited, it might come down to 150, but I don't really want to wait for a week. I'd just like to hold this through today and then into tomorrow and then close it out. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes, and that's the thinking behind it. So I'll check back in later today or tomorrow and wrap up the video on this particular trade. So here we are later in the morning. It's just past noon, and I actually decided to close this out instead of holding it. I mean, I'm sure it's going to pull back more over the rest of the day and into tomorrow. It's because it's been trying to break through 2 with strength all day, and it hasn't been able to. And we had this big pullback, which was great, and we ended up getting about 800 bucks on it. But still, although I think this is going to keep crashing, I just went ahead and locked it in just because it's still a bit bullish, and I just don't like this slow bull flag creep, up towards this 202 area. If it breaks through there with volume and conviction, I just don't want to have to deal with giving up my gains. So You know, at one point we were up about 1500 down here, and I held it thinking it would continue and crash down to the 170s, but it doesn't look like it's going to. At least I'm not willing to risk losing the trade just to be greedy. So I'm going to respect the chart in this situation, take my money and run. So we shorted at 216 and covered at 202 with 6,000 shares. Yeah, for about 800 bucks. So, you know, it wasn't a beautiful thing, but this is what we had to work with. And, you know, this nice red candle here, we got some good money out of the trade. So overall, I'm happy with it.